Hey guys, wagwan, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another video. How are you guys doing? I hope everyone is doing okay. I hope everyone is doing great. Today we are back again with another video, and this video is going to be like a medium long set with pink and gold flakes. So let's jump right in the video. I'm coming in with my cuticle bit, and I'm just using this cuticle bit to clean up all that excess cuticle. If you have a problem getting close to your cuticles with your cuticle bit, with your sanding band, you should definitely consider getting yourself a cuticle bit, because you always want to make sure you get rid of all that excess cuticles. You never want to keep that on the client's natural nail, because then you're going to have lifting. So it's very important for you to have like a cuticle bit if you struggle with using your sanding band getting close to the cuticle. Now I'm coming in with my sanding band, and I'm just going to prep the rest of the client's natural nail, going over the nail bed very gentle and going in that cuticle area one more time, making sure everything is nice and free of any shine. You want to make sure you remove all the shine from the client's natural nail. You do not need too much pressure for this to happen. You're literally using light, gentle motion, because you do not want to damage the client's natural nail. So don't apply too much pressure when you're doing this. You're just removing that shine from the client's natural nail. That way the acrylic can adhere properly to the nail, the tips will stick better, and your clients will have like longer lasting nails. So it's very important for you to make sure you remove all that shine and prep the nail properly. Now I'm coming in with my nipper, and I'm just going to nip from the right to the left, making sure I get rid of all that excess cuticle. That way when I'm coming in with my cuticle bead, I don't have all that excess skin in my way, because then that can also cause lifting. Also, you need to get rid of the excess cuticle, because sometimes if you're trying to polish, you can have this excess cuticle in the way. So just get rid of the excess cuticles, because you know your work is going to look way better whenever you're done. But if you feel like some kind of way using your nipper, I definitely would say work your way in. Don't remove too much, because you want to try your best not to clip your client. So now I'm coming in with my coffin tips, and I'm going to measure these tips, making sure they fit from sidewall to sidewall. And if you have a tip that is too big, or you have a tip that is too small, always go with the bigger tip. If you choose the tip that's too small, your client's nails might not last as long. So you want to also always make sure your tip is fitting exactly from side to side. So you should always go with your bigger tip, because you can always come in with a hand file or a scissors to cut any excess off. So always choose the bigger tip, and then you can use your hand file or your scissors to get rid of that, like I said before. You always want to make sure the tip fit from side to side. That's the only way you're going to get the full strength of the nail. Also, sometimes if you use the smaller tip, and whenever you glue the tip down, the tip pops right back up. That's because the tip is way too small and it's like too much pressure. So now I'm coming in with my KDS glue, and I'm just going to put this glue on the client's natural nail, and then I'm going to glue the tip down. So when I glued this tip on, I noticed that it was crooked, so I removed it very fast. If you act fast, it's possible for you to remove the tip without causing your client any kind of pain. So you want to make sure if you notice that it's crooked, you go ahead and you remove it right away. Other than that, you have to cut the tip off or clip it down short, file it, and then you can also use your acetone and a cotton pad to melt any excess off. But yeah, you want to make sure you act as fast as possible with something like that. Whenever you're gluing your client's tips, you want to make sure their hands are completely relaxed. That way you can see the direction in which their natural nail is going. You never want to glue the tips on crooked, because you're going to really struggle with that shape in the end, trying to make it look straight. So try to glue your tips on as straight as possible from the jump. I have a video to show how to glue your tips on straight, so you can definitely use that video for reference. I have a video showing you how to align the tips with the client's cuticle. So whenever you're done watching this video, you can go ahead and check that video out. Whenever I cut my client's nail, I always use a scissors. I cut to the desired length, let them look at it, and then I proceed. I never just go because they say medium long, because sometimes my medium long and their medium long is two different medium long. So I cut just above the length that I know that they want it to be, and then I let them look at it, then they give me the go ahead, then we proceed. But that's how I cut my tips down. Now guys, I'm going to come in with my 100 grit hand file. This hand file is also from 876 Nails. The link is going to be in my bio for all these products that I'm using today. So you should definitely check the description box, and you're going to be able to see all the products that I use linked in the description. So like I said before, I'm coming in with my 100 grit hand file, and I'm just going over the shape. We're basically going to be doing a coffin set, so I don't have too much work to do because these tips were already coffin tips. So I just want to make them like a bit narrower, so I'm just going to come in with the hand file and just bring them in a little bit more because she didn't want the coffin to be so wide. This is the first time I'm doing her nail, guys, you know, and I'm like, we're going to be doing a super cute set, so I just want to get into it. I really wanted to record it for you guys because I'm like, that's cute. I don't have anything like that on my channel. So I grabbed my recorder real fast, all my stand, everything, and I'm like, yes, let's get into it. Let's get it. I'm so happy I recorded this because, you know, everything came out super cute, and I would be so upset that I did not get a chance to record it for you guys. Like, also I wanted to ask you guys, what did you do for the Easter weekend? Because for me, I went out of town and I'm still trying to recover, even though it was like a 4-hour drive, because we went to South Carolina and we live in Savannah, Georgia. So it was like a 4-hour drive, and you know, I went to my husband's family. They had lots of food, all that good stuff. So did you guys end up doing anything for Easter, or did you just stay home, chill on your couch? What did you guys do? Or maybe some of you guys don't even pay that much attention to the holiday like that. Not everybody's, you know, head over heels about Easter holidays, so I could understand that too. But anyways, guys, whenever I'm shaping, I make sure that I hold my hand file completely straight or at a 90-degree angle. Like for coffin, I hold my hand file at a 90-degree angle. I make sure I keep alternating. That way I don't overfile one side of the nail. So you want to make sure you keep switching sides. Don't overfile one side too much. And also, whenever you're shaping, don't try to remove too much of the nail from the side wall, because you're just taking the strength away from the nail. Also, I always come in with my hand file, and I'm just going to blend the tip with the natural nail, because that way my application is going to be much smoother. If you're doing any type of application, especially if the nude is very clear or, you know, light, you want to make sure you blend your tip, because you do not want that tip to show through your nude or your light pink. So just blend the tip. It doesn't take that long. So of course I went in and I dust all that excess dust off the nail, and I'm gonna come in with my dehydrator. I'm going to dehydrate the client's natural nail. I used to spray the dehydrator, but I noticed it was cracking my tips, so I just decided to start using a lint-free wipes, and I prefer that much more. That works so much better. And I just go over the surface, remove all the excess, and then I'm just gonna come in with the primer and apply 1 coat of primer. I do 1 coat of primer, but if you feel like you're struggling with lifting, or you have a clients that, you know, coming back all the time, you can definitely try using 2 coats. This paint that we're going to be using is called Gabby. This is in the 1 ounce. They're available in 1 ounce and 2 ounce, and that white is called coconut milk white as well, also available in 1 and 2 ounces on the website. And the clear is from Mia's Secret. And then this paper towel is a Viva paper towel. It's very, very good. You definitely want to have a good paper towel because that's the only way you're going to be able to keep your brush for a very long time. You want to have a paper towel that's working and that's getting rid of the acrylic from the nail. Whenever you go to get the Viva paper towel, try to make sure you get the one that's marked cloth, because that's the one that's good for like acrylics. Get the one, because they have like 2 different ones or 3 different ones, so get the one that's marked cloth. So as you guys know, also the monomer that I'm using is also from 876 Nails, and this is a number 12 Kolinsky brush. This is also available on the website, and like I said before, everything will be linked below in the description box. So like you guys already saw, I mixed the pink and the white just now, and then I'm just coming in with my gold flakes, and I'm going to add the flakes on. Whenever you're working with flakes, you want to make sure you apply the flake to wet surface, that way it sticks properly and it doesn't keep moving. Also, whenever you're doing any type of flakes, glitters, encapsulated designs, you always want to make sure you come in with your clear and you encapsulate your glitter, encapsulate all your designs. That way when you come in to drill, you're not drilling exactly on your glitters, foils, or your design. So make sure you always encapsulate your nails. That way whenever you come to drill, you're not removing all this. How do you know when the foil is exactly encapsulated? I know because it gets matte. Like you can see the color moves from shiny and it has that matte look. That's how you're going to be able to know like your design is encapsulated, if it's any type of glitter or foils. But for the most part, for ombres and stuff like that, you can just, you know, use your, you could just know where you place the clear and how much you placed, and use your judgment. You're going to be able to know that, okay, that's already covered. So for the pink, I'm coming in with Gabby, and I'm going to apply that at the cuticle area, making sure I clean up any product that goes on the client's skin or leaked over on the side, because this is going to also cause lifting. If you don't constantly clean your sides up, you're going to have product, and then if you do not seal this whenever you're drilling, you're going to have lifting. So just save yourself some time and make sure you clean up your side walls as you go. Then I'm going to come in with my clear because I wanted the tip to remain with that clear look. So I'm just going to come in with the clear after this, and I'm just going to build the rest of the nail. So it's like a pink and clear vibe that I'm going for. So for this nail, I'm going to be placing this bead right where in the middle of the nail, so basically just below where the tip and the natural nail meets. I'm going to make sure I hold the client's hand downward. That way the bead naturally flows to the tip of the nail. You always want to make sure the client's finger is pointed downwards. That way the product will naturally flow to the tip. You don't want to hold it to the side. You don't want to hold it straight. If you hold it straight, the acrylic is going to flow in the cuticle, and that's the last thing you want. And like I said before, make sure you're always constantly cleaning up your side walls. Now I'm coming in with this heart. I'm going to put this heart on the tip of the nail while the acrylic is wet. You don't have to do the heart in this moment. You could have apply the cuticle bead, then you come in with a little bit of clear and apply your heart. But I decided to apply my heart while this pink was wet, so I already placed the heart down. Now I'm gonna come in with my cuticle bead, making sure I don't place this bead directly in the cuticle. I place it just above the cuticle, and then I'm going to tuck this back in the cuticle with gentle strokes and pushing motion. You don't want to do too much to remove all your products. And also whenever when I was stroking or bringing the acrylic to the tip, I made sure that the pink wasn't coming up over the heart too much because I didn't want the pink to cover the heart. So I made sure I kept that pink right in the back, in the cuticle area, and that it didn't come up too much. And of course, like you know, I have a heart on the nail, so I'm going to come in and I encapsulate that heart with the clear acrylic. For the pointer finger, I'm going to come in one more time with the pink. I'm going to place this pink right at the cuticle. So I'm going to place it just above the cuticle. Then I'm going to make sure the client's finger is facing downward. And I'm going to tuck this back in the cuticle. I'm not going to let the pink run to the tip too much because I want to keep like a clear effect at the tip. So I'm just going to blend this like right at the free edge. I'm going to make sure it has like a light transition because I'm gonna add gold flake to this, and I don't want all of the nail to be like exactly pink. So I'm gonna come in now with my gold flakes. I'm just going to add these in random places, making sure everything is where I want it to be. I pat that down. Then I'm going to come in with my clear one more time from Mia's Secret, and I'm going to encapsulate this design. Always making sure I'm wiping my side walls because this is going to save me so much time in the end whenever I wipe my side walls, because I don't have to spend that much time shaping. So I always make sure that I'm paying attention to the thickness of my nail, making sure my sidewall remains nice and clean, because if your nail is too thick during your application, that just means you're gonna have a way more filing to do. So you want to make sure your nail is not as thick. It's almost like close to where you want it to be when the client is leaving. So try to apply thinking about how you want your client to leave. You know, if you know you're applying way too much and it's really too thick, so don't give yourself all that extra work and put all that product on the nail. So on the thumb, I'm going to be doing a ombre. So I'm going to come in with coconut milk white. I'm going to place this right in the center of the nail, making sure I blend the ledge in the back. Whenever you're doing an ombre, you always want to make sure you blend that, making sure you don't leave a sharp line, because you're going to be able to see that through the pink. So you never want to leave that harsh line on the back of your ombre, because like I said before, you will see it through. Also, whenever I'm doing an ombre, I always opt for a softer white, because softer whites are way easier to blend and it doesn't let the ombre have like that fake look, you know. When the white, I think when the white at the tip is too white, like bright, it just has like a fake, I don't know how to explain it, but I don't like how it looks. So I always go for like a softer white, and that's why when I was looking for a white, I was like, I need something nice and soft that's gonna be perfect for ombres, or if you're going for that nice, you know, soft look on a full set of white nails, this is going to be available. So that's what coconut milk white is all about. Also, whenever I'm doing my nail, I make sure my apex is looking nice, because your apex will determine how long your client's nail will last before they break. So your apex is very, very, very important. You always want to make sure you build your apex pretty decent, and also you can change your apex sizes based on your client's profession. If you have clients that work in like warehouses and stuff like that, you know they might need a thicker nail, other than like a person that's working from home. They're just typing on computers, they're not doing too much. So you know, you can also switch it up based on your client's need, but the apex is very important because this is the strength of the nail. If the client hit their nail or anything, this is going to prevent the nail from breaking. That's the strength. So make sure you have your apex down, making sure everything is nice and how it's supposed to be. So I'm just going in and I'm applying these gold flakes around the tip of the nail and just along the side wall, like not all the way. So I just want to create that little effect at the tip, making sure I cover like most of it with the flake so that way when I'm done my results will look good, not that I just throw it on it, because I wanted to have like more of a full coverage look. Then I'm gonna come in with some clear, add this clear on just to hold the foils in place. If you are struggling with your liquid to powder ratio, you want to make sure you spend time to practice your liquid to powder ratio, because then that's going to help you when you get on an actual client's nail. You know, it's going to help you with your application. So spend time to practice your liquid to powder ratio. That way when you come to work on a client, you already know how to pick up a small bead, a medium bead, and a large bead. So just try to practice your liquid to powder ratio, because that's going to help a lot. It's really going to help. So you can use like a swatch stick to practice this, or you could use like the practice sheets, whatever you get, or you can even just practice to pick up like different beads and wiping it on your paper towel. But the more you practice is the faster you're going to be able to get your liquid to powder ratio down. And this is how her nails look so far, guys. It's looking super cute, super cute, simple. And I think it's her birthday too, but she didn't want to do too much and she didn't want to go too long, because she was like, I work from home and I type a lot. She says she types a lot. So I'm like, oh, even this maybe is a little bit too long, but I think she should be able to manage it. But she did say she's gonna go like a little bit longer, that way, you know, she can do her little birthday celebration. But she says she types and she should be able to work with that. So let's see when she comes back if she's going to say they were fine or they were too long. But I know it was some birthday situation and she was gonna go downtown with her friends. Her friends are gonna come in town, she said, and they're just going to go downtown, ride around, bar hopping, and whatever the day leads to. So I hope she had a good time. But yeah, I think working, I don't know if that's the average length nail to type with, but I think she should be able to type with that. I wouldn't be, but yeah, I think she should be able to, because she's used to having her nails done and she's used to typing. Whenever you're shaping, you want to make sure you have your free edge looking nice and straight. This way, you know, because sometimes whenever we're shaping, we forget that the free edge is also a part of the shape. So you want to make sure you get your sides, you get your free edge, and you get the underside of the nail. Getting the underside of the nail is very important because this reflects on the shape on top. So make sure you get the underside of the nail, the free edge of the nail, making sure everything is nice and neat. Also, it's very important to alternate from side to side. Hold your file at a 90-degree angle, completely straight, making sure the file is also connected throughout the nail. Not only like the file is connected at the side, but it's not connected at the tip, or it's connected to the tip but it's not connected to the side. Always make sure your file is connected throughout the nail. That's how you're going to be able to have your sides completely straight. Whenever I'm done filing, I always turn the client's hand on the client's view. This view is called the client's view. At least you can get to see what the clients are looking at. If you need to go ahead and fix anything, this is the moment to do it. This is the moment to come in with your file and fix any errors. Whenever you're shaping also, you need to make sure you have your file is not dull. You need to make sure you have a very good hand file. That way you don't have to do too much work. The file is doing all the work that it's supposed to be doing. If your hand file is dull, you're just going to be there repeating your strokes, repeating your shape work, all that stuff. So make sure you always have like a new hand file using, because this is going to reflect in your results of your work. So whenever I'm drilling, I am using a medium drill bit, and this is a Pana bit from Amazon. So you can also go ahead and check that out. I'm gonna leave the link in the description box as well. So I'm definitely using a Pana bit, and usually when I'm drilling, I'm at like 20 21,000 RPMs when I'm doing this step. I just make sure that I seal my cuticles and I come over the surface of the nail. I do not have too much work to do because my application was pretty smooth, so I'm basically just making sure that I seal my cuticles. That way, like the water doesn't get underneath the nail, all that extra stuff. So you want to always make sure you seal your cuticles, because if you do not seal your cuticles, you're going to still have lifting. So make sure you're sealing the cuticles. Seal your cuticles, because if you prep and you apply right and you didn't seal your cuticles, it's still going to come back down to you having lifting. Whenever you're drilling, you want to make sure you have your pinky finger resting on your client's nail or your nail, whichever way you're comfortable, but you're definitely going to want your pinky finger resting on either one, because this is going to help you to keep the drill stable. So your pinky finger is very important. It's going to keep you stable, keeping the drill from running all over the place. You're going to have control over the drill. Also, if you're trying to seal the cuticles, the tip of the bit needs to be in the cuticle. If you're trying to seal the side walls, the tip of the bit needs to be in the side wall. And you also have to keep moving your client's hands around, moving your hand around. That way you have like the perfect angle and everything. Like, you want to try your best not to cut your client, so you can't just have your hand in one position. You want to make sure you keep moving your hand, moving the client's hand, repositioning the drill. And that's what I was saying. If you're trying to seal the cuticles, if you're trying to seal the side walls, the tip of the bit needs to be in the side wall, not anywhere else. So just make sure you pay attention to that. And also, sometimes whenever you over file the nail, you're the one putting all the ditches, all the grooves in the nail. So try not to put too much pressure on the drill, because sometimes when you apply too much pressure, you're going to cause all these additional work on yourself. So just do not apply, don't like put too much pressure on the drill basically, because sometimes you're really just making a mess. So try to make sure like the drill should be doing its work. If you find that you have to put too much pressure, it maybe means that your drill bit is dull. So you want to make sure that your drill bit is not dull. Sometimes how you can know your drill bit is dull, because as soon as you start drilling the nail, the clients are pulling back and saying that it's getting hot and stuff like that. So you want to make sure the drill bit is not dull. Also, whenever you're drilling, you want to make sure that you keep moving the drill. Don't keep the drill in one place too long, because it's going to start heat up and then you're going to burn your client. So do not have the drill in one place too long. Keep your drill moving, keep everything moving from like a spot. Don't keep it in the exact same spot. You definitely want to practice using your drill, because your drill is going to help you to move so much faster. Some people, they still use a hand file, which is completely, I can understand that. But you want to practice using your drill, because your drill is going to set you ahead. It's going to prevent your hands from hurting. So practice using your drill as much as possible, because you're going to be able to move so much faster. Your work is going to be like so much more efficient. So just try to practice using your drill. The drill is the tool that's going to level you up. It's going to really change your life, because trust me, when I wasn't using a drill, my arm, my hand, everything used to hurt so bad. So make sure you're using your drill. And this dust collector also, guys, is from Melody Sussie. Have this dust collector maybe a year and a half. I use it a lot. Sometimes I forget to use it, but I've been using it a lot lately. For the most part, I would say it's just okay. It does what it's supposed to do for me. I don't think I'm in a hurry to get another dust collector, but I do see where it helps. It really helps with the dust going in my face, in my hair and stuff like that. So if you're looking for a dust collector, maybe you can check this one out. If you don't already have one, you can check this out. I saw like a lot going around, you know, good reviews. So definitely try to get yourself a dust collector because it will help you. It will definitely help from, you know, because the shop really is a mess. We have dust all over on the powders, on my fridge, because my fridge is black, so everything shows, you know, on my nail polish rack, all that stuff. So if you have a dust collector, it definitely helps to control the dust. And of course, I do go in with my drill and I just go over the tips of the nail just to sharpen it. So on this ring finger, I'm going to be doing a 3D flowers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with this Macart glue and I'm going to put my stones on first. I usually put my stones on first, then I come in with my 3D flowers. And no, usually I put my stones on, then I put my top coat, then I come in with my 3D flowers. It depends. But for this nail, I'm going to be doing like a sugar look also. So I'm just going to put the stones first, then I'm going to put the 3D flowers, then I'm going to come back in one more time with the stone glue so I could do like the sugaring look on the outside. You're going to see very shortly. But whenever I'm done applying my stones, I usually just go ahead and let them do like a quick flash cure for like 10 seconds. It doesn't need that much time for stones to set in place. So they usually go in the light for like 10 seconds and then I just proceed with my 3D. I am not the queen of 3D flowers at all, but you know, I'm working on my 3D flowers and they are coming. Like my 3D flowers have came a long way. So I'm proud of these came out super cute. So to do a 3D flowers, you're basically going to need your powder, your monomer, and your paper towel, and also your 3D brush. This 3D brush, I really don't remember where I got it from. I think it's from Glitter Bells. So yeah, I think this one was from Glitter Bells. So maybe you can check this one out too. I don't know. I'm still looking for a good 3D brush myself. So yeah, so I'm just gonna place the first bead down. And also, if you notice that you placing your beads and it's a little bit runny, you can add some acetone to your monomer. That should help the bead to set much faster. But I think working with 3D flowers is better when you work on the dry side, when the bead dries, like set a little bit, not dry and not wet, but it definitely needs to set a little bit. That way the flower is way easier to mold. That's what I observed so far. So I am working on my 3D. I do not have the best 3D flowers or none of that, but you know, I'm trying, and they're not ugly. They're definitely not ugly either, but they're I think I have normal 3D flowers. That's it. They're just normal. That's it. But yeah, that's what I noticed with 3D flowers. You have to work on the dry side. You definitely have to work on the dry side. And my problem is also with angling my hand. Sometimes I don't get the angle right. Like if I'm doing a flower and I need to do like, you know, it needs to go in one direction. It's kind of hard for me to angle my hand, but I'm getting the drift of it. Like I said, with everything, all you need to do is just practice, do more of it, and it's going to just come natural after, you know, the first few attempts. You just need to keep going and keep trying. The white that I'm using is the same coconut milk white that I used for the ombre. That's the same white that I'm using. So also you could check that out if you want to use like a softer white for your 3D flowers. I'm expecting this work week to be super busy for me because there's this big event that's taking place. So I'm really thinking this week is going to be super busy, and I'm prepared to work overtime. So I'm just already thinking what my week is going to be like. I know I already have a full schedule, and I'm supposed to go to the dentist on Wednesday to do some fills, and I'm just gonna, I don't remember what they call it. I don't remember the name of it, but basically I'm just gonna fill all the grooves out in my teeth. That way I don't ever have to worry about getting fills anymore. So I'm going to do that on Wednesday. So I know I hate going to the dentist. It's the worst thing for me to do. So I already know I'm gonna be in pain on Wednesday. And then the rest of the week is going to be super busy. Sometimes I wish I have an assistant, but it's kind of hard because my suite is so small, guys. It's really small. I don't have space to do nothing. If I had more space in my suite, I would already like train an assistant. I could keep like so much more products at the shop, all that stuff. But to be honest with you, my suite is very small. I can't do too much, and I have a pedicure chair in there as well. So with my pedicure chair, my nail table, you know, my little sitting area, my fridge, my polish, all that stuff, I don't have space to accommodate like an assistant, and that's really bothering me. I really wish I have like way more space. I could have got so much more stuff done. But anyways, I'm just gonna work with what I have until because they say when you start refusing work, that's when you know you need an assistant. And that's me. Like, I turn down a lot of work daily, and nah, I need my money. So like you can see, guys, on this middle finger, I'm just gonna come in and I'm going to add some cuticle stones just around the cuticle area, so you know, give this nail some more pop to it. Since it's her birthday, we're just gonna go a little bit, you know, not really out the box, but just jazz it up a little bit more, put some extra pedazzle on it. But yeah, these came out super cute. I really loved it. Really love it. Really. And she loved them too. She was so excited. I'm like, I love when I'm done with my client nail and they have that look on their face like, oh girl, this is so nice. That's the best feeling. That's the best feeling. I hate when I have to be like, do you like your nails? And they're like, I'm like, you can say something. I like when they're like, oh, my nails are pretty, you know. But anyways, for this nail, guys, what I did is I put the stone glue all over the nail. Then I'm just coming in with whatever tool I found, which was my dotting tool. And I'm just going to come in, make sure the layers are evenly laid out on the tip, in between the flowers, everything. That way, when I throw my pixie stone, the stones will stick everywhere. That way I don't have to be fighting with moving the stones in different places. So that's what I did for this. And also I make sure I have this little holder, catcher, whatever that is. That way when I throw my pixie stones out, I can always just go back and pour whatever excess, whatever that fall, I could just put that back in the bottle. But yeah, that's what I did for that one. And then these came out super cute. Make sure you guys like the video. Make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel. So if you like this video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up right now. Tell a friend about 876 nails. I hope you guys are shopping all these good products. I hope you guys already shopped my Island Vibes collection, which is my colored acrylics. So if you haven't gotten any colored acrylics as yet, remember to use the code Island Babe, and you're going to be able to save so much money when you use that code. So go ahead and use the code for your Island Vibes collection. Now I'm just gonna come in with my top coat all these nails, and look at that. Like these are super cute. And this set was so simple, it's very easy. So I really need, you guys can always redo it, tag me, let me know. And this pink that I'm using, like I said before, is Gabby. Like, look how pretty this pink is. So soft, but at the same time you can see it. Like, I love Gabby. Love Gabby. This is my favorite acrylic. So if you're looking for an acrylic, definitely go ahead and get this pink. This pink is a must-have in your collection. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. Take care until the next video. Bye.